Make content that the world is missing.
I gave you taste of my love, fact I've been standing there for you. Girl, you saw the work that I got, I could be holding back from you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dani and welcome to a new video. So in today's video, we are going to discuss 10 things I wish I knew when I first started my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I first started my YouTube channel back in May of 2021 when I moved to Houston. My very first video on YouTube was my Houston empty apartment tour, and I'm forever grateful that I even put that video out because it's allowed me to be where I am today. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers last December, and there's specific things that allowed me to really get to that 1,000 mark that we all want and dream of getting to initially when we first started our channel. So I just want to sit down and tell you guys a few tips that I've learned throughout my YouTube journey that I just want to share with y'all. If you're first starting or if you're just nosy girl, I got you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first piece of advice I have for you is that you just need to get started. Okay, oftentimes we are waiting. We're waiting for the perfect moment to start and post a video. We're waiting for either a new camera, we're waiting for the perfect setup, floor to ceiling windows in the background, and just like the luscious plants and the pampas grass and the candles and the sultry setup. And honestly, what you have right now is enough to start a channel. If you look on the internet right now and you look at the types of videos people are posting, they're posting all types of content. And in reality, of course your setup matters, especially as your channel grows. But initially, when you're getting started, there's no one who's going to fault you for starting where you're at. So pick up that iPhone camera. The iPhones that they make nowadays are full-blown DSLR cameras. I fear like they are just so good, and the quality that they put out, especially the back camera, that is enough for you to start a whole channel and create videos for years, I could say, before you have to invest in a camera. I was fortunate enough to be gifted this camera back in college. My friends really believed in me. They wanted me to start my channel, so they put together money to buy me this camera. It's a Canon EOS T5i, and honestly, I didn't use it for the longest time until, like I said, I moved to Houston about, I think, 2 years after college, and then I was ready to start. So you do not need latest and greatest technology to start your channel. Start where you are now, because the longer you wait to start, the more you're prolonging your dreams. So go ahead and dust that iPhone off and let's get started. Okay, there's content to be made. The second piece of advice I wish I knew before I got started was investing in a mic. The one that I have is actually just a mic I got on Amazon. I believe it was like $20 or $30, but your audio quality really matters. And although I'm not exactly where I need to be, I'm about to right now purchase a better microphone that I think would just really help with the audio quality. I'm only just now investing in a better one because the one that I found was sufficient, right? So you don't have to invest in the latest and greatest technology, but what you do invest your money in initially will help you as you're growing your channel. So like I said, this mic was like $20 or $30 on Amazon. I'll link it down below for anybody who might be interested. I'll also link my camera down below for anybody who might be interested. But essentially, there's certain things that you might need to invest a little bit more money in than others, but having great audio quality really does help with your videos because it just helps people understand what you're saying, you know? So it's important to just make sure that the quality of the footage is good and also the audio, because that's what keeps subscriber retention. The third point kind of ties into the first point, but it's really just not letting your circumstance stop you from recording. There are so many video ideas that need to be created. There's so many things that the internet is missing because there are people who just don't feel like they have the right setup, the right environment to post the content that they need to post. Full transparency moment, I moved out of my downtown Atlanta apartment. It's going on about 7 months now, and I moved back home to my parents' house. Now, my downtown apartment had the beautiful light and the floor to ceiling windows, all of that. I could record whenever I wanted to. And now I'm back home and it's not like that. You know, of course it's my childhood home. I appreciate this home, but it's not giving, you know, the luxury feel that I was used to in the past. And, you know, I have just had to make it work to the best of my ability. But in reality, I've experienced the most growth on my channel while sitting in this room, in this chair, filming quality content. Okay, so it's not necessarily about all of the glitz and glam. It's about the quality of the content that you're putting out so that your subscribers and just people in general can relate to, because that is what's going to grow your channel and that's what's going to get people to want to come back and tune into you every week. Okay, so do not let where you are currently stop you from posting the content that you have, the ideas that you have, because the world is missing out on the ideas that you have if they're staying in your head. The next point is gonna sound like a broken record, but in reality, it is so important. Consistency, y'all. Consistency when it comes to growing your channel is absolutely key. There are people who can post a viral video once a month and somehow continue to keep their engagement and have people tuning in and coming back, but that's not going to be all of us, especially when we're first getting started. So you just have to be consistent about the content you're putting out, and I promise you this is best way to grow your channel, putting out good quality, consistent content that keeps people coming back for various reasons, right? This might mean putting out different types of videos here and there just to see what people gravitate towards. Like I said, my first video was an empty apartment tour, and then I put out videos pertaining to health and fitness. I put out videos pertaining to my MBA degree, different cities I've lived in. Like, I have just put out different content that I thought would be informative to others, and that's what's allowed me to grow. So just being consistent and putting out quality content will always be the best way for you to really have that community that you're looking for as you're growing your channel. The sixth point is underestimating the importance of a good thumbnail. Now, this took me a while to really understand, but in reality, you have to understand that the thumbnail is essentially what people look at in deciding whether or not to view your video, right? Your video can be of great quality. You could have spent 20 hours editing this video, but if the thumbnail itself doesn't get the viewers engaged, doesn't make the viewer want to even tune into your video, then you just won't get the views that you deserve, really, right? So it's important to invest in a good thumbnail. Typically, it doesn't take that much time. It can take 10 minutes, but it can also take maybe up to 30, but investing that extra time is literally what's the difference between a good video and a great video. The difference between maybe having 100 views and having 1,000 views. So take the extra time to invest into creating a thumbnail. What has worked the best for me is, like, if I already have a video concept idea and I already have all of the pieces that I'm going to put in the thumbnail, I might create the thumbnail way before I sit down and record or edit the video, because I'm that excited about just making sure that that initial picture that people are going to view to decide whether or not to view my video is the best it can be. So this is something that I learned last year, truly, and it definitely has helped me experience the growth that I feel like I deserve. So please make sure to not overlook that, because as small as it sounds, it actually has a huge impact on your views overall. And the seventh point is to use affiliate links. Y'all, do not be shy to use affiliate links at no matter what stage you're at. You're putting out good content. You deserve to be compensated in any way you can. Like, it just makes sense. I know that certain websites might have barriers to entry, meaning you might need to have a certain amount of subscribers or watch hours or followers in general on different platforms. The website that I actually just recently started using was Shop My, so I'm not exactly sure what their barriers to entry are, but I applied after, once again, like recently, after I had the subscribers and the watch hours that I felt like, you know, would make sense for me to create an account like that. But I'm sure I probably could have applied a little bit sooner and still been able to use the website. If not, there are numerous affiliate links that you can use as a small creator to still be able to be compensated for the different products that you're notifying your subscribers about and things of that nature. So please make sure to look for affiliate links in any capacity that you can. Last year, I also became a brand ambassador for one of my favorite fitness brands, Cuban Fit. And so through them, I was able to create an affiliate link that I can link below. And so when I tell my subscribers about them, they're able to save money, and I get commission off of, you know, the purchases that they make, right? So what you're doing is you're putting information out into the world, and you deserve to be compensated for that in any capacity you can. And small money is still money, y'all. We should not pretend like having a little bit of coin coming in doesn't help here and there, right? So do not sleep on affiliate links. Make sure to look out for them. If I have any resources, I'll link them down below. But there's money to be made out there, and y'all deserve to be compensated. So don't sleep on your ability to do that as a small creator. The eighth and the ninth point really bleed well into each other, but essentially the point is to post content that you love. Okay, you have to post content that you love and that you would also watch, right? Like, if you're putting out a video that you wouldn't watch, what makes you think that other people would watch it? Think about it. Like, would you watch your own content? Like, that's something that you have to think when you're sitting down to make these videos, because that's going to help you understand whether or not this video is of value to people. I know that a lot of times we're trying to find our niche, like, where do we belong? Like, what kind of subscribers do I want to be viewing my content? And in reality, when you're first starting, you have the ability to just put out whatever and see what makes sense for you. Like I said, I'm pretty multifaceted. I do a lot, I have multiple interests, but I make videos about all of that, and I see how they're received. If it doesn't make sense to put in this amount of time to make this type of video that might not get the most engagement or the views, then I can switch, I can pivot, because guess what? I have other ideas, you know, I have other interests that I know that people will also take interest in. So making content like that just makes more sense for my channel, but I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have made the initial video in the first place, right? So make quality content, but just make content that is of interest to you, because that will help you know if other people might take interest in it as well. Especially using your personal journey as like a reference point, like that is the best way to inform people, because you're not just informing them, you're also telling them like, this is my story, this is what happened to me, here's the proof, here are pictures, here are videos, you know what I mean? And that just creates trust between you and your subscribers, because you're not just telling them any type of information, like they can actually see that you're passionate about what you're talking about, that you have the resources to show, the evidence to show. So I guess I would call that the 8th point. And the 9th point, which might actually be the most important point out of all of these, is to make content that the world is missing. Think about it. How many times have you went on YouTube to search a video like how to grow a plant or how to say your ABCs backwards? Like, how many times have you went on YouTube to search something that you haven't been able to find enough videos for? Think about that, because essentially if you're thinking about this video idea, chances are that there's someone else or multiple other people also thinking about these video ideas. So the best thing you can do is be that person for the people who are going to search the same type of video after you. For example, when I was deciding whether or not to get my MBA or go to law school, I was trying to find videos just to compare what people's thought processes were as they were making a judgment on either option. And when I first searched this back in like 2021, maybe 2022 or so, I didn't find enough videos comparing the two. So I made it my job that when I had enough resources and information to sit down, I made my video. And as a result, I've gotten such good feedback on it, because it's a video that is really informational and resourceful, and people can learn from it and then take that information to make judgments about their personal journeys. And I feel like we as humans, like our goal is to share information and share knowledge, right? There's something that I know that you don't know, there's something that you know that I don't know. So YouTube is just a great way to exchange knowledge and exchange information. And I think that that's the best thing you can do for yourself. Be the missing piece that people need and create videos accordingly with that knowledge. And I promise you, the same things that you're interested in that might not be on the internet, you can be that person to put that video on the internet, and other people will gravitate towards and even thank you for taking the time to make the video that you're making. I know that was pretty long-winded, but in reality, just make content that one, you would watch also based off your interests, and also make content that is missing in the world. And that will genuinely help you, I promise. I'm literally living proof. And the last point, which I don't know if this is equally as important as the previous ones, or if it's really just cherry on top of the cake that just got me to really see the growth that I needed. This point is to repurpose your videos, y'all. Repurpose your videos, shorten them, and post YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts was single-handedly one of the main ways that I experienced the growth that I experienced last year, because essentially there were some weeks that even though I wanted to post twice a week, I wasn't able to. But what I did was just repurpose maybe some TikToks that I had previously recorded, or just shortened videos that I previously recorded also, and just posted those as YouTube Shorts. And the views were there, you know, people were gravitating towards it, and I got subscribers as a result. So I want to let y'all know that, you know, the content that you're taking the time to make, you should be able to use that on multiple different platforms for your own benefit, because once again, there are people out there who need to see and hear the information that you have to share. There are people who are looking to be inspired by you, and by you not doing your due diligence and putting the content out, you aren't allowing the world to be inspired by you. Like, you're not doing your job. Like, how does that make sense? You know, like, it is your job to let the world be inspired by you. So by you being selfish and holding in all those ideas and the content that you have, it's not beneficial to anybody. You know what I mean? So make sure to get the most ROI out of the content that you're sitting down and intentionally making. You're doing all this work, you're editing it for hours, you're planning all these ideas. To shorten it down into a YouTube short or TikTok and to repost that on different platforms, that should take you maybe like 10 minutes. Because you've already done the brunt of the work. Like, it just requires you to once again go that extra mile, right? Like you would in your YouTube thumbnail. Do the same thing for this little YouTube short. Shorten that video and post it and see how the world receives it. Because I promise you, oftentimes you'll be surprised, like I was. Okay, so all that being said, those are the 10 things I wish that I knew when I first started my YouTube channel, or 10 things I would like to know if I was starting my YouTube channel right now in 2024. I really hope this information was useful to you. I wish you all the best of luck in your YouTube journey. If you ever have any questions, please make sure to just reach out to me, leave a comment, make sure to subscribe, of course, make sure to follow me on my different platforms. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching once again. I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.